Hi, it's Danny here with another Scratch tutorial, and in this tutorial what I want to do is take you through how to do a dialogue between two characters in Scratch. Now, when I first started looking into this, I thought this would be quite simple, and it's a little bit more complicated than I thought, but once you worked out what it's doing, then it's not too bad. I'll show you two ways of doing it. One is using a broadcast method, and one is using variables. So yeah, let's take a look and I'll show you how it works. So this is my setup in Scratch. At the moment, all I have done in advance of starting the video is I've added another character and I've added the background. And if you don't know how to do that, just really quickly, down the bottom here you can choose additional sprites. So I just chose the dog sprite, and then down here if you click on that button there you can choose a backdrop. So that's all I've done in advance of this. So what you're going to need to do before you do anything here is plan out your Scratch conversation, what you want each character to say. So you might want to open up a Word document, or you might want to scribble this down on a piece of paper. And basically what I've got is the cat saying 3 things and the dog saying 2 things. I've numbered each point in the conversation 1, 3, 5, and the dog 2 and 4. So it kind of goes from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. I'll put the graphic up on the screen here so you can see what I mean. With that done, then basically what I'm going to do is add some code to the cat sprite. So I'm going to click on sprite 1, which is the cat, and everything I do here, you can see the cat is up in the corner here. That lets me know that everything I'm doing to this bit is going to be to the cat. So I'm going to start by having the very first thing that's going to happen when the flag is clicked, and I want the cat to say hello. So I'm going to click on looks, I'm going to find say hello for 2 seconds, I'm going to drag that down to here, and that's going to be the first part of the conversation. I just want him to say hello, so I'm not going to change that for now. What I want to do then is broadcast to the dog sprite that I've said hello, and it's ready for him to say his bit. So I'm going to go down to events, and I'm going to find broadcast, and he's going to broadcast a new message, and that message is going to be dog 2. So I'm going to have dog 2 and dog 4, taking those numbers from my code there. Say OK. And that's it. So he's going to say hello, and he's going to broadcast dog 2. So I'm going to switch the dog. Let's click on the dog, and I'm going to have the dog be listening out for that message. When I receive dog 2, he's going to do something. So when I receive dog 2, the dog is going to say, I'm going to click in the box there, hello to you, exclamation mark for 2 seconds, and he's going to broadcast message number 3, which is back to the cat. So he's going to broadcast a new message, and that message is going to be cat number 3. I'm going to say OK. Okay. Now if I go back to the cat, double click on the sprite here, I'm then going to say, right, when I receive cat 3, so when cat 3 is broadcast, the cat's then going to do something else. The cat is going to say, how are you? Question mark. 2 seconds, and he's going to broadcast dog 4. So he's going to broadcast dog 4. So another new message, dog 4. So dog message, and that's message number 4. I could just broadcast 4 and work through the conversation that way, but I'm trying to keep cat and dog in, just keep me straight is what I'm supposed to be doing. He's going to broadcast dog 4, and then again let's go back to the dog, and when I receive dog 4, so when that message is received, he's going to say, I'm good, how are you? And then he's going to broadcast another message, and that's going to be cat 5. So he's broadcasting those 2 messages back to the cat, and then the final bit, when he receives cat 5, he's going to say great, thanks. So let's drag that over, and he's going to say great, thanks. So hello, the dog's going to do his bit, he's going to broadcast back, he's going to say how are you, dog's going to say his bit, he's going to do that. So if I now go and look and run that and see if that works, I'm going to click on the flag, he's going to say hello, dog's going to say hello to you, cat's going to say how are you, he's good, I'm good to you, great, thanks. And that's that. So there's the conversation between those. Reasonably straightforward to do, and it's just making sure you keep a tab of these broadcasts and how that relates to the messages you want to do in your steps in your table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're broadcasting that. That's nice and simple. Let's clear this and I'll go through the variable method as well. So 1 second. Okay, so I'm back in here with a completely blank set of code again. I've got my sprites and my background as before. I'm going to use the variable method now to do this. So I'm going to first of all click down on variables and I'm going to make a variable. I'm going to call that variable talker for all sprites, and I'm going to say OK. So I have a variable now called talker, which you can see up over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my code to my cat. So I'm going to start with an event, because I want the first thing to happen is when the flag is clicked, and the cat's going to be the first person to speak. So when the flag is clicked, the first thing we're going to do is set talker to 1. So that's going to play the first bit of the message. That's going to be number 1, and he's going to say hello for 2 seconds. And then once the cat has said his bit, we're going to change that variable by 1. So the variable is going to step up by 1. So the variable now is talker is now going to be 2. So that'll kick off part 2 of the conversation. I'm not going to do the dog yet. I'm going to work through the cat one and just finish it off first. So what the cat would then do, the dog's going to say his bit, set the variable to 3. When the variable is 3, then I want the cat to say something else. Under control, I'm going to do wait until, and I'm going to click on operators. I want it to wait until, I'll drag that in there, talker equals 3. So let's go back to my variable and drag talker into there. So I'm going to wait until talker equals 3. Okay, and when talker equals 3, he's going to say his next bit. He's going to say how are you? Question mark. And again, he's going to change the variable by 1. So variable then becomes, so talker then becomes 4. So talker then becomes 4. The dog's going to say his bit. He's going to set talker to 5, and then the cat's going to say his next bit. So repeat that again. We are going to wait until talker equals 5, and then the cat's going to say his last bit. He's going to say great, thanks. So that's the code. Initially say hello, then number 3 is going to say how are you, and number 5 is going to say great, thanks. Switch the dog, and the dog, similar kind of thing. So when the flag is clicked, the dog is going to wait until an event happens, and that event I want to happen is he's going to wait until talker equals 2. So we're going to wait until talker equals 2. Once the cat said his bit, then the dog is going to say his bit. So talker's then going to be 2. He's going to say hello to you. He's going to change talker by 1. Talker's then going to go to 3. Off he goes. The cat's going to do his bit. Then the dog's then going to wait until talker is 4. Now I could duplicate that block, save myself some time. So he's now going to wait until talker equals 4 and say his bit, which is I'm good, how are you? Change talker by 1, and then let's go back. So if we've got this now, he's going to say his bit when talker is 2, change talker up to 3, the cat's going to say his bit, he's going to wait until the cat changes it to 4, and there we go. If I now run that program, so I'm going to click on the flag, and there we go. So there's 2 different ways that you can do this. They both need a little bit of planning, because you need to kind of number the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. This will be good if the children are doing a dialogue between 2 characters. They've written a story, want 2 characters to talk to each other. They could have this in other languages as well if you wanted to, and do a very simple dialogue in French or Spanish. But it needs a bit of planning. First step would be give them a table, work out the steps on a piece of paper, what number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is. They need to keep in their head what the variable is doing, what's happening at step 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and so on. But you've got two methods to choose from. You've got the variable method, which I've just shown you, or you've got the broadcast method. So you're going to have to play and explore that and see which one you're happier dealing with, but they both work pretty well. If you want to explore this, I've got a blog post and I've got a downloadable sheet which you can have, which goes through the steps. I'll put the link in the video description below. Click on the link to see the blog, and from the blog you can also get the downloadable PDF file which has the steps as well, which you can print off and follow through. So thank you very much for your time. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please check out my other Scratch tutorials, which you'll find a playlist for on the YouTube channel, and also check out all my other technology tutorials as well, for all different bits of EdTech if you're interested. I'll be back with some more videos soon. Thanks again for watching. See you soon. Cheers. Bye bye.